Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
And he fails to score with that left hook. He blocks the hook. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it. Let's get it started in round 3. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford is dazed. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That uppercut just missed. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That one lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And that hook misses. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Incredible work rate. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
You've got to take that confidence away.
On to the fourth we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
want to think of holding on here for a minute. That punch landed. What a punch. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head of...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two
Start to make mistakes and switch it up.
There's the bell to start round 5. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Quick punch scores. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Swing and a miss with that. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.